Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Brian.
I'm Jordan.
And I'm Ty.
And welcome to the Filler Trash Podcast, where a group of nerds try to have semi-coherent conversations about anime and manga.
Nerds, maybe. Degenerates, for fucking sure. We usually discuss current stuff from a list of titles, so do be mindful of spoilers.
We try to remember to call them out when they come up, but you can find a list of what is in the episode in the description down below.
And with that, let's jump into it.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Filler Trash Podcast. We have a grand fleet discussion today with a very special episode as we're joined by Alex, Ryan, and Davey. You may remember Davey and Alex have been on before for our Pride episode. Davey is our author for our logo, so show some love to him as well, even though they all deserve some love. So today's episode is going to be really fun. All these lovely, lovely men here are going to convince me why I should watch Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. So whoever wants to take off from there, I know you all love it.
Here we go.
Here you go. Look, all right, this is all you need to know.
Yeah.
A guy named Jojo is going on a fucking bizarre adventure.
Okay,
right?
Cool. Yeah.
Are you in?
But why should I watch it?
Because that's the whole thing. Because it's a guy named
Whoa,
Jojo.
whoa.
It's not just a guy.
God, yeah, you're fucking up.
I'm literally condensing it down on purpose.
No. But we don't need to throw a gender in there.
That's right.
That's fair. You're right.
I was like, I heard there's a girl now.
People named Jojo.
It's about
There
a
we go.
family.
It's
about a family. Hey,
How
family.
dare you
I
be
think-
so
I
reductive
think
about
there's one
such a
that's a
great
girl.
anime?
They're kind of family. Like one of them's like half family, half like fucking bad guy at the same time.
He's also like
what
at
is
one
family?
point like 10%
What is
vampire,
family?
90% really ripped dude.
Oh, okay.
All of them are all
Aren't they all
gorgeous.
really ripped?
No, there's like a season of Twinks.
Oh.
Season
There
5,
it
there's
is.
like a
Yeah.
part 5 is like a season of Twinks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Have, fashion out the fucking wazoo. Drip
Yup.
across the board, no matter what season you're looking at. Drip.
I don't know, because
I don't know,
Let
man.
me-
Like Jonathan's in like a crop top and a propeller hat. That outfit's
And you're
pretty
saying
bad.
you're saying that's wrong? Like that's drip, bro.
Propeller hat?
That's 1800s drip. that he's
Dripping with
wearing.
what?
Oh my god. Anyway, so I can give a little bit of backstory. I've tried to start JoJo's Bizarre Adventure twice, and I've made it through about halfway through the first season, and I could not get through it. I've heard very great things about JoJo's, but god damn is it difficult to get through that first season for me.
Phantom Blood's hot fucking garbage.
I
Oh,
will
here we
say-
go.
All
All
right.
shots.
Well,
There it
we
is.
go.
I'm gonna say
Okay.
it right now. Phantom Blood is fucking garbage.
There it is.
truly isn't.
It's a Ryan versus Brian.
It's like the
There we
roots of the biggest and grandest tree to ever exist.
Yeah, if those roots
Yeah.
are fucking dying.
I mean, what do you mean?
They gave
Rotten,
birth-
horrible roots.
They
That
gave
the
birth-
rest of the tree is slowly dying.
The show
from.
is still going and blossomed into a whole other
because
universe.
of the
What are you
roots.
talking about? You need the roots.
No,
you need a
don't.
solid
You don't.
foundation.
You don't.
That foundation, Jonathan's foundation is so solid. His body is still going on to this day.
In a villain's body. Gave birth to one of the greatest villains ever.
Ever.
Pretty sure he died.
Okay. he
got got.
zombies. He's a dead man walking around with another man's head.
Also, like to say, bisexual icon in a weird way.
Very much.
Jonathan?
No,
Dio?
Dio? Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Because that's another thing too.
not a
is,
great
like,
person,
I've
but
heard,
bisexual
absolutely
icon.
not.
I've
Yeah.
heard so many wild things about Dio, and in season 1, I can't fucking stand him as a villain. He's so annoying.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Exactly.
he's
You've got the
pretentious. I guess there's a light novel that isn't like canon, but kind of canon in
Okay.
a way that explains like a little bit of his backstory of like his family and like why he does what he does.
Because
Okay,
he's a
so it,
shitty
like-
dad.
Yeah, he just has a bad
So
dad.
His dad's
But-
shitty.
So what?
That's the thing. I'm not trying to explain it as like that makes sense. It's still anime. It doesn't have to
Right.
fully make sense.
Okay.
Dio is a hero because he's all about eating the rich. All right, like that's
Honestly,
Dio's
kind of it. Yeah.
Like, Dio's all about
The-
eating the rich.
And a lot of it is, if we want to go back to like maybe as an example of like him being, because I mean, you know, like it's a vampire. Like,
Yeah.
Dio's a
Not
vampire.
really.
Not
everybody. But he
Not
does
everybody.
show up wanting the smoke from like day one.
yeah.
but
Oh, yeah.
One.
but regardless, it is kind of like the whole, you know, is it like just maybe euphemism for just like the rich? He just wants the rich and powerful. He just wants to be at that stature because he thinks that's where he can take from people all the time.
There's
John-
just also
John-
a lot of.
Also a psychopath. 'Cause
I
he
mean,
fucking
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
kills his dog.
Oh, yeah.
just straight
He's
up
a
that was-
horrible
episode,
human.
kills
Yeah.
his dog.
Literally, this thing makes you happy? Ooh, I'm gonna take
Yeah.
that from you. you.
Yeah,
also,
I
there's
mean-
just like such a level of homoeroticism between
Yeah.
him
Yep.
and Jonathan.
100%.
Like,
That's
why
the
why
whole
can't he
show.
just
Yeah,
admit?
that's not the
I mean,
whole
yes,
show.
It's not
whole
just
show.
Jonathan
which is not,
and Dio.
which is there's nothing wrong with that, but like, why can't he just admit that he was into Jonathan? Like that was the
'Cause he's
whole
the
fucking
rich.
thing.
It was
Because
made in the
he's-
90s, dude.
He's kind of into Poochie.
It wasn't cool.
He is kind of Poochie's a lot more.
He's into
him.
Poochie Coochie, but that's a
Yeah.
little bit different.
I don't know
That's
what
right.
Poochie Coochie.
Poochie.
Dio,
Coochie,
Dio
coochie.
literally
I don't know who
builds
that
an
is.
army out of people who just want to fuck him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
That's it.
Dio,
All right.
Dio loves Jonathan so much that he fucking just takes Homeboy's body. Like that's
Literally.
Yeah.
that's the love
Yeah.
that he has for Jonathan.
He gives him the best head
Dude,
possible.
he kills him.
Absolutely.
His own.
Dog.
He literally gives him head.
Oh
Bro, he kills him on his wedding day. He's like, not my man.
Literally.
Not my man.
I'm gonna let you
On a
finish,
boat.
but-
On a boat.
On a boat. How you get married on a boat? That's weird.
Money.
You're
Money.
Money.
yeah, but it
Money.
wasn't even like a dope
Yeah.
boat. It was like
No.
they were in the
Straight
basement
money.
of the motherfucker.
Like,
It wasn't even in the sun.
Yeah, like, and also, like, why are you getting married when your arch nemesis's fucking head is also on the boat
Yeah.
with you? Like, what?
Yeah.
Where is the romanticism there? Like, I don't. That's not. That's
It's
fucked.
exchange the
Jonathan
rings.
Jonathan secretly loved him
Yeah,
back.
absolutely.
He was like, I want my love of my life to see me get married to my love of my life. And he like, no. No.
Jonathan,
Not
No.
today.
Jonathan wanted to be Dio's friend so bad.
Dude.
Like,
Yeah.
he really wanted to be Dio's friend.
And that's like the tough part is like I could see like Ryan comes from a place of like loving it because not that it's like amazing because I think he agrees that everything
it's
afterwards
The worst part. It's the worst.
it's
part.
the worst part.
Yeah.
But I think it does kind of lay the foundation of like at least this is kind of what they want to do. He is technically the most moralistically good JoJo.
Oh, 100%,
Yeah.
absolutely.
He's like,
Fair.
like Phantom Blood just has all like the good classic anime tropes. Araki doesn't know what he wants to do yet, but like that's why I like part 2 so much.
yeah.
Because like part 2 is like he kind of knows what he wants to do,
hmm
and he's like, oh fuck, I know what I want to do, but I have the wrong setting, the wrong character, and the wrong villain.
So change it.
So he changes it all.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then part 2 it just goes so hard, but like part 1 just has like those little things that I just super duper enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
And
'Cause
if
part
you hate
2
it, it's short.
Is part
It's only
2
9
Jonathan's
episodes.
son,
Grandson?
grandson?
Grandson.
Okay.
Which so like Jonathan's son had like very normal
Which means-
adventures.
He
Yeah.
had sex out of wedlock. He deserved to die.
That's how you feel.
No.
A
So,
lot of
but
characters.
that's the
That's why
thing.
he's saying
That's the
that
thing
they
too.
would-
That it always. Just for reference, that's a joke. But just for
Sure.
clarification, so no one takes me fucking wrong.
Ty the Christian.
As I
the
went,
Crusader.
as I wear a fucking
Dave's
Mjolnir. So it's they're always like somehow related in the Joestar family because I was always wondering because I never got there, but I heard Jonathan died and Dio took his body, so I got that. But like his grandson, so he just was banging before the wedding. Is
Yeah,
that
he
what
straight up
happened?
Knocked her up.
He knocked
and
her
then-
up
Yeah.
right before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then she escapes to America.
And then, if I remember correctly, I think someone told me, which if you're watching this episode, you don't care about JoJo spoilers because I certainly don't.
It's been out for years.
So like Dio having Jonathan's body also sires a kid, and that's one of the Joestars, right?
That's Giorno.
Yeah.
Part
Giorno.
five.
Okay,
It's
so that's
also-
part 5. Giorno.
It's
Okay.
also important to the start of stands and why Dio has
Mhm.
a stand is because he has Jonathan's body.
It's a curse.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And his stand, the Zawoldo, is the best one.
Okay.
Yes. Say it louder so we can get the
Part
fucking
5 is
levels
where
up.
all the twinks are. It's like, why are a bunch of Italian teenagers serving cunt going around Italy,
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
monsters? It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is a great show.
yeah. Okay.
It's fucking fantastic.
The other great thing about JoJo's is that every single part is like its own. Not only is it like its own self-contained story, but they each have their own like genre.
That's what
Like,
I've heard too.
Yeah.
It's like they're
a
kind of
murder
like.
mystery. Part 5 is like classic gangsters.
What is 2 and 3? I hear a lot about 4 and 5.
2?
2, I'd say that's just like your classic beat 'em up.
Yeah.
Here is
Yeah.
the villain. Fuck this dude up.
Yeah.
So part 2
Yeah.
was like a big training montage because like he shows up
Yeah.
and he kicks ass, but he doesn't really have like a grasp of how to use Hammond yet.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then he meets the vampires and he has like a whole bunch of gimmicks and shit, and they beat his ass.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Listen, we're not gonna kill you yet.
Yeah.
You're kind of boring, so we're gonna let you kind of train up."
And we need entertainment. So
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
he was like, "So here, take this fucking I think like
No, he
Wamu gives
poisons
him a
him.
nose
Wamu-
ring. He gives him a nose ring and like he attaches it to his heart. Like he just sticks his hand in him and puts it on his
That's
heart,
right.
and he's like, "This is gonna poison you in like a week. That's how long you have to get good."
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The Pillarmen are
Pillarmen are fucking
also
weird.
have the best theme.
Oh, yeah.
The Pillarmen
Oh,
theme is
Can we get it?
stellar theme.
No fucking keyboard.
They're also just
It's all good.
We told him we wouldn't need it.
absolute
Yeah.
savages.
I
Like,
did it
part two,
myself.
Amazing.
Part 2 has a lot of great like emotional moments too.
Mhm.
Like
Okay.
fucking it'll tug at your heartstrings.
Lisa.
Oh,
I love
yeah, I
She's dope.
do love Lisa.
Lisa's
Yeah.
Also, I think
But-
something else too. Sorry, not to cut you off,
No, you're
Alex.
good.
I think something too that also turned me off of episode 1, and it is a very or season 1. It's a very common trope. So I'm not saying that other anime don't do this because they absolutely do, and it pisses me off every time I see it.
Oh, yeah.
But just the immediate Dio trying to sexually assault Jonathan Sweetie.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, no. He does.
I know he does.
Try to.
He does.
No, I know
It
he
spawns,
does.
like the most memeable moment in all of JoJo.
Kono Dioda.
So like I just like it's so, and I know it was originally made in the 90s, so like it's even more
Yeah.
common back then as like this guy's a bad guy because he sexually assaults women. Like that's just the trope. But like, come on, come up with something more inventive.
That's
It's
right.
so difficult to get through.
Yeah, good
shit
guys
like
do
that.
it too.
He killed a dog.
Yeah, I was kidding.
He also
He killed the dog.
You could
guys
have
do it too.
You
Yeah,
could have
good guys
left
do
it
it too.
at
To
yes,
their
good
moms.
guys do it too. He could have left it at the dog dying, and I would have been like, Dio's a piece of shit. He didn't have to go try to sexually assault Joestar's woman.
Yeah.
Listen,
You have to understand how much of a villain Dio is.
The
Yes,
lengths
like-
I
that he
don't
will
give a
go.
shit.
But that's the thing. It kind of sets the stage of he never stops going
Yeah.
far
Dude,
lengths.
the
He will
moment-
continue to go.
He sees what this fucking mask does to people and still fucking puts it on. Like,
Yeah.
motherfucker's
And
nuts.
he doesn't stop.
He does not.
And that's
Yeah.
and I think that's the thing too. Is just like from the moment, and this I think it does get explained further or whatever. But in the context of what I've seen, the reasoning behind why Dio does the shit he does, there isn't one.
Yeah, he's just a psychopath.
He's
Psychopath.
just a shithead.
But then
Yeah.
it gives him, this like backstory of having a shitty dad and his dad treated him bad. And I'm just like, go fuck yourself.
every
I
psychopath has a bad story. That
Yeah.
usually leads with their father.
Actually, most
Look
of them
at
don't. Most psychopaths don't have like
Yeah,
Gacy.
Dahmer didn't have a bad dad.
That's fair. A lot of serial killers, weirdly enough, didn't actually
They
have
had
a bad
perfect
past.
Yeah,
parents.
true.
Gacy
They
did
just
have a
had-
bad dad.
Gacy,
Yeah.
did he?
Yeah, he shamed him for being gay all the time.
Yeah.
Well,
All
there's
the time.
All the
Oh,
homophobia
yeah,
is
yeah.
a different story.
Well, yeah.
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 Well,
Yeah,
that's-
but there's some people that are just like they had like a head trauma or some
Oh,
sort
yeah,
of
that-
thing.
yeah.
that
But
went
a lot of
into
serial
it,
killers just
but-
like my family was perfectly normal.
Yeah.
I
Like,
mean,
just,
yeah.
like killing things.
yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
like Dio, he just saw something that he wanted, and he saw
Yeah.
all the power that people had. So he's like, "Am I a giver or am I a taker?" And he's like, "I'm gonna be a taker."
Yeah,
so he took
literally.
his dad's
I would
life,
do the same. I would do
and
the
then he
same
continued
shit if
to
I
take-
fucking moved into a
Just
billionaire's
kept
house.
taking.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
And he's like,
he
"Hey,
grew up
I
in
saw the rich
shitty,
people."
slummy 1800s London, and his dad's last words were like, "Fuck over everyone, have a good life."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Dio's like, "You're
Peace.
fucking right."
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing. The one
This
thing
man-
he agrees with.
This man
Yeah.
spitting.
This man's
This man got it.
I mean, you should have known Dio was gonna be a piece of shit the moment he showed up on the Joestar's estate and like fucking threw his luggage out and jumped out of the fucking carriage. Dog, that shit was tight. And he looked at Jonathan was like, "Pick my shit up." He's like, "Bitch, like, I'm the son of this place.
This is my house.
This is my house. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, pick my shit up." Like,
To be fair, too, Jonathan's dad kind of like enables.
Is
Dio
an
to-
absolute
100%.
dumbass.
he is.
Yeah.
He's an
Idiot.
enabler. Yeah.
He pays the ultimate price because he gets fucking poisoned, nearly poisoned to death, and then just dies in a fire anyways. Like,
Yeah.
So I mean, he gets his comeuppance, but like Dio probably wouldn't have gotten anywhere near as far as he did if Jonathan's dad was just like a little bit of a better.
I think
dad.
that was part of it too. I was just like, how are you not seeing how much of a trash person this guy is?
It's
just
how
like,
are you this
it's
dumb?
just like that overcompensation where it's like,
Mhm.
"Oh, we took you in."
It's the
so
charity
I,
work.
I need to be good to
Yeah.
you. I need to
Right.
be good to you.
And then, because there's
Dio-
also
yeah.
those moments in the first season where like his dad sort of realizes that Dio's dad is a trash person,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah.
won't admit it to himself. How are you in this much denial?
Money.
Yeah.
Money.
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 Money's the answer.
Money's
Yeah.
so good, dude.
Look at my
Money's
life.
so
My
good.
life
Money's
is
so
amazing.
good.
This can't be as bad
This
as I
can't
think
be
it
as
is.
bad
Yeah.
as it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 is his grandson, and then 3 is also the grandson, or is it
No,
a different
3
person?
Is the
Three
son,
is
son
grands-
of Joseph, right?
No, grandson.
No, he is the grandson.
He's the
But
grandson of Joseph
his
because it's
mom
his
is-
daughter's
Yeah.
son.
Which is like the best
And-
part.
Yeah.
So it's another grandson.
It's the grandson. It's like a skip generation.
Oh, it skips
Usually.
gen- oh, so it's-
yeah.
Yeah.
4
Up to that
generations
point.
down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
okay,
in
gotcha.
this one, I mean, this is what we started with because we did like you started with Phantom Blood and thought it was boring as shit.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, we're just gonna stop. We tried it. We tried it. It's another vampire thing. Where are the stands?
Not even a
What's
good one.
happening?
Yeah.
And then
Where
we
are
gave
the
up.
stands?
Where's all the gay shit? We see some gay shit, but not enough gay shit. And
Not
then we
enough
just
gay
moved
shit.
on.
Dude, so seeing Dio walk up that thing after Jonathan was trying to tell you, it was like, I'm coming to get your ass. You know what I'm
When he
saying?
walks up the wall.
Walks up the fucking wall.
Oh.
Yeah, lots of great meme videos
No,
from that.
he's like,
Yeah.
Put up there, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Get your butt, dude.
But like you get to this like Stardust Crusaders is just this great like I mean it kind of is like a monster of the week for a while. It is for a long time, but
The third one?
that's like the
Yeah.
truly that's like the Joe Bros to like the Joe Bro extreme.
Gotcha.
That's when it starts.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
the complete trend of like these guys are the ride or dies no
Yeah.
matter what. They're gonna stick with them, and that's where that trope just keeps continuing
Okay.
throughout the rest.
Yeah,
Part
Yeah.
3 is also where Araki like establishes how he wants his character to work.
Mhm.
Because, like,
Yeah.
obviously stands become like the norm.
Yeah.
After that. Like,
Mm.
Hammond
And
is
it's-
out, thank God.
I just think the stands give him more diversity, whereas Hammond is like a very specific. This is only for vampires.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, I'm not going to limit myself to that. And then he's just like, stands.
Which is a good decision.
Oh, yeah,
Absolutely.
fantastic
It's a
decision.
Wonderful
Like,
decision.
And I know someone's gonna crucify me for this because everyone says Hunter x Hunter's got the best power system. No.
Hold on, I got my stakes.
JoJo's got the best power
No.
system.
Oh.
Stands are the
There we
best
go.
power system.
Yeah.
Mm.
They are fucking great. They are interesting. They are dynamic. They're fucking. It's never just like, except for part 3. Part 3 is the only one where it's like they beat the shit out of each other, and that's all they fucking do. Like after that, they start getting really fucking.
But
crazy.
the hallmark of a
Yeah.
power system is like power scaling. How's stand power scaling?
They literally have, like, you know how it's like in anime where it's like Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist.
It has the
It
graphs.
shows the power scaling
Yeah.
of the stands.
Yeah.
That's their, like, inner, in between.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
That's
Okay.
like-
My
They
hero,
have the
my
weird
hero
data
graphs,
books.
My
Yeah.
hero work
Yeah,
shit.
like they have such specific abilities that like one stand might counter another stand, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's like overall a more powerful stand.
Mhm.
Like it's
Yeah.
much more creative in the way that like that they deal with their problems and deal with their fights using their stands like specific abilities and like figuring out how to counter the other person's stand power. Like,
Okay.
It's fucking interesting. Like, it's like Hunter x Hunter, but it doesn't require a fucking narrative
Like a novel
paragraphs
to explain what it is.
Yeah.
how their fucking power works.
It's like Emerald Splash Can't Miss, except
Yes.
Except it does.
Except
it
that-
does.
Yeah.
That's so, like.
To
you're gonna
one person
notice
in particular.
No. When you watch the show,
Oh, okay.
you're going to notice
Okay.
that, like, part 3 is very punchy stands.
Yes.
Who can punch the
Yeah.
hardest?
Who punches
fastest
harder?
also.
Then
The
fastest.
fastest.
Who punch fast?
The ora
and
ora.
hard?
Who punch fast?
Ora
Who
ora.
punch hard?
Okay.
is intense.
But then, like,
Alright.
past that, like, part 4 and on, they do everything. Like,
Yeah.
part 4 has stands that don't even fight. Like, there's a
Yeah.
stand that's literally like, this stand tells me everything I need to make a meal to heal every affliction this person's
The
feeling.
Italian motherfucker.
Interesting.
And
I
that's
love
all it
that.
does. That's
Okay.
all it does. And I love
Yeah.
the stand's name. I'm pretty sure it's Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I think it's Pearl Jam. Yeah.
oh,
I'm
it's
pretty
all
sure
it does. It's literally
Okay.
like, here, eat this food. And like the more expensive the meal, the more it heals you.
Part 4 is
Gotcha.
also the one that has like the curse stand, right? The one that like changes people and it curses, like it changes changes hosts.
Yes.
And it curses them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like shit like that.
No,
happens.
no. It's the the chick can change someone's face.
The face.
No. I'm talking about the stand, like where it attaches to you.
Well, yeah,
And
on the
you-
back. On the back.
Oh.
You can't see it.
Yeah, and it fucks like. It, like
Remember,
gives you,
it
like, bad
happens
luck or
to
something.
Rohan.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
Rohan has
that's
to like
right.
keep his back to the wall.
That's
if
what it is.
somebody sees it,
That's
Yeah.
what it
it
is.
kills you,
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
and you can't get it off. It's really funny. He's like,
Rohan's
he's
Also,
standing in his
yeah.
front yard like,
Yeah.
Rohan's fucking like
Pardon?
legit.
and like
Rohan is
another
legit.
character
Yeah,
rolls
he's
up and is
legit.
like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "Don't look at my back."
Yeah.
And they're like,
Rohan-
"Okay."
Rohan's stand is also fucking dope.
It's
he can
the shit.
open you like a fucking manga and just write shit in there, and then you just like that's just part.
He's
of
a
it.
manga artist.
He's a
Oh,
manga
okay.
artist.
Manga
Yeah.
artist.
I
He's a
gotcha.
manga artist.
Like when
I
you
gotcha.
first meet him, like the trigger to activating his stand is if you look at his manuscript before it's published, it immediately activates, and you
Yep.
drop like a sack of bricks, and he can just open your face like a
Mhm.
book and read through your entire life.
You read the entire life.
He can
Yeah,
even
erase
put
it.
shit in
Yeah.
or erase shit.
Wild.
Inception.
Yeah.
Straight up.
He's
Yeah.
a fucking part 4 stand. Like, not only that, part 4 has, in my opinion, at least, the best villain of the series.
Yes.
Like at least my favorite villain.
Well-
I don't know. I can see argument for not being the best. He's my easily.
Honestly,
He's
my
really dope.
that's a huge point in favor of me watching is that Dio's not the villain of every part.
Yes.
Because
he's not
fuck
the villain of
that.
every-
Yeah. Well,
Well,
that was the
so,
kind
like-
of nice thing with 4 is that it took a detour away
Yeah.
from not just the norm, but it also took a detour from like well, the norm of like the beat 'em up, like let's just go after the big monster, let's go after the big bad, let's just have these massive fights. It was like, again, not twinks per se, but the kids like mystery,
There's twink.
yeah, it's like the mystery machine, the gang back together trying to just solve mysteries each time. That's kind of what they're doing. But the villain is, I actually really like him. He is like this introverted, just wants to go kill people.
He literally just wants to be left alone.
Your hands.
He just wants to be left alone.
I wanna
hold
hold
you.
you.
Wear them. Like, he just collects them.
He just
Yeah.
likes hands.
Yeah.
It's like he actually has like a cooldown that they address throughout the show.
Can we say the name of the stand?
Yeah,
Yeah, fuck it. Killer Queen.
it's Killer Queen.
That's great.
Yeah.
That also start like
It's
after
so
part
good.
3 is when
Yeah,
he starts
it's so
naming
fun.
the stands after like songs and
Yeah,
artists and stuff.
okay.
Fantastic.
Red
That's
Hot Chili
beautiful.
Peppers.
Goes away from the celestial,
But, like,
and
Yeah, it's
all
fucking
that.
sick.
The best part of that is that copyright law exists. So English, like the English translations
sucks.
are always fucked. Like Killer Queen is like
Deadly Queen. Ugh.
My favorite
Yeah.
one, there's a stand from Part 7 named it's Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap.
Yeah.
And
Easy
its
song.
English name is Filthy Acts at a Reasonable Price.
It's
Because
fantastic.
That's so
it's
good.
It's
so fucking
so
funny.
fantastic. It's like
My
so
favorite.
close, but
So
so far.
Yeah.
It's
Silly.
So
good.
far away. Okay. So interesting.
I'll say this about 3.
Yeah.
Like, season 3, I guess. They have. This is kind of a bad thing. I think the MC isn't really that interesting. Jotaro's not that interesting. There's
He is
other
the
people
flattest
who
Jojo.
are
He is
like.
Is he
he's
the
just
one with
he's
the,
an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the hat that's like
Oh.
not a hat,
But it's
also
hair.
is a hat.
It's like
yeah.
his hair, but a hat at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
He's like a flat top.
Okay.
It's his
With
cool
waves in the
visor.
back. It's
like
weird.
a hat
Yeah,
visor.
it's a visor. Yeah. The most interesting character is Jonathan. Again.
Yeah.
From season 2. So man.
That's
Oh
Joseph.
wait, so
That's
Oh,
Joseph.
he's still in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
Joseph lives for a really long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
A really long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Joseph's in part 2, part 3, and part 4.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's
Yeah.
like in part 4, he's like ancient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is ancient.
He's like 90.
Okay.
Yeah. He's like 90.
Also a giant piece of shit.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he's
But
a
a massive
huge
part
piece
about
of
it.
shit.
Has he always been a piece of shit?
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
so good because like this is another reason why I like something about part 1 that just kind of emphasizes a better thing about part 2. It's like a joke that if you don't watch part 1, you won't get in part 2. Jonathan's very like, I will not run from this fight. I will fight you. I will
Yeah.
defeat you. Literally 2 seconds into meeting Joseph, he beats up some cops and is like, "Fucking run, run now, run!" And he's like, "I'm gonna use the Joestar's family's secret weapon." And everyone's like, "Oh, what is it? Run, run away!"
Yeah. He dog
Just
walks 2
run.
fucking cops. He's like,
He's
get out of
just
here.
so good.
Giant piece of shit. And
Yeah,
that's
he
why
tries
he's
his
great.
phone. Lisa,
Yeah.
she's taking a shower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's shit. Trying to look through the
Yeah.
keyhole.
And that's kind of like the nice thing is the we were talking about like the MCs, like the first one again, he was the
gentleman.
nicest, the most moralistically right one.
It's perfect. His music, when he rolls
Afterwards-
up, his music makes him
Yeah.
sound like a paladin. He
Yeah.
rolls
Yeah.
up. "Da-da-da."
Yeah.
Moralistically good,
Yeah.
lawfully good. Everyone afterwards is
Nuts.
Not-
Morally great.
Nuts.
yeah, absolutely. Jotaro is
Jotaro's like mid.
he's an asshole. He's
He's
you literally
Yeah,
roll
he
up
does
on
keep
him and
stuff.
he's in prison.
He's always
That's the first thing.
Fuck off.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he hates women. He
Yeah.
hates women.
He's a
Yeah.
misogynist.
His mom shows up and he's like, "Oh my god, he's in prison. What do we do?" And he's like, "Shut the fuck up, bitch! I'm in here because I wanna be."
I mean,
Like,
to be
shut up.
fair,
Oh
he
my
thinks
God.
he's being haunted by like a fucking extra
Yeah.
dimensional ghost monster. So like,
Yeah.
I'd be kind of an asshole if
He
that's
tried to
happened
kill
me,
himself
too.
too. Like he puts
Yeah.
a gun
Oh,
in
yeah,
his head and fucking like the stand stops it.
When you first see Start Platinum, yeah, he
Yeah.
puts
Yeah.
a fucking revolver to his head. He's like, "Watch this," and he just grabs the bullet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's
it's so
fucking
cool.
That was dope as fuck.
Okay.
And then like the first stand fight was Kakuni and him, and it fucking was. I was like, hell yeah.
Caculin went in a little too confident because he
Yeah.
has like a big AOE move. It's basically a big grenade that goes off. He
Yeah.
shoots these little crystals. He's like, "No one can deflect the Emerald Splash." And Star Platinum comes out and is like,
Fucking crazy as fuck.
But you
Blocks
haven't
of shit.
talked about the best part of the character, Poland.
Poneriff is godlike.
Oh, and yeah,
Ulrich
he also
is-
hangs in there for a while too.
I- am-
He hangs in
Yeah.
there for a long
"Oh yeah,
time.
Polnareff is in a couple parts."
Polnareff's fucking
Okay.
rad.
Yeah.
His stand is nothing impressive, but Polnareff himself is like one of
He's
What
like
is
a-
it?
the best.
He's a
Silver
stabby
Chariot?
stand.
Yeah,
He's a
Silver
stabby
Chariot.
stand.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
It's
it's
great.
fencing.
He's got
gotcha.
The giant
Okay.
fencer.
a giant fucking like just straight up like spike. Like what's his
Yeah.
fucking name from Street Fighter? I think is what the game he's
No,
in.
Paul.
Paul, yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
second.
Tekken.
It's
Paul.
Tekken.
Yeah.
He's got the skyscraper.
Skyscraper head from it. Yeah, he
I
got it's
gotcha.
white. It's fucking hilarious, dude.
Yeah, and then his outfit, he wears this like a corset, but it just covers his titties a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
like
a
it's
strap.
it's got like a staff. It's kind of like the
Yeah.
fucking what is it? Jerry the King Lawler.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah.
it's a weird strap.
Yeah,
but,
weird
and then it
strap.
covers it kind of, and then there's gaps. Random.
Literally,
It's just weird.
all hot fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
all,
yeah.
hot, all hot fashion.
Like
all
the
hot
fashion just goes up. Like in
Yeah.
part 4, like they roll
Oh,
up
part
and
four's
they're
nuts.
they have like they even say like these aren't the good school uniforms. These are the bad school uniforms.
These are the bad
I want
ones.
to see the good ones.
Yeah,
Because
where to go?
the bad ones look fucking fantastic.
Yeah,
And then part 5, the
Part
drip
five
was
is
so
like-
out the fucking wazoo. Araki got deals with like Versace
Versace.
Yeah,
and
okay.
Gucci,
Yep.
Yeah,
and like they were putting patterns on Mercedes from
Yeah.
JoJo's.
That's so funny.
It's like
crazy as fuck.
JoJo's has like an art exhibit.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the Louvre, but it's in like a very prestigious.
Yeah, like a really
art
prominent
museum
art
somewhere.
museum.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's crazy as fuck. Like like the
Wild.
main character's all pink leather, but the part
Yeah.
right, and it's like
Yeah.
dog, and his hair is fucking dude. Like I mean, it's fucking crazy.
Grinds
I-
my
I-
nerves when people are like, "I don't like it. It's ugly."
Yeah, I mean,
what the fuck do you
It's-
mean?
I've never claimed that JoJo's is ugly. It's
Yeah.
always been
can't.
I mean,
beautiful.
what are
can't.
what are his inspirations again
Yeah.
that he like gets
Just,
inspirations from?
Like Vogue magazines, like if you can look up a lot of like the references of what he uses.
Yeah.
It's all just Vogue
Yeah.
magazines.
It's just all Vogue, yeah.
Oh yeah.
All the posing.
Yeah, all the poses and shit. The poses,
Yeah.
all
All
poses
the
are
poses
from that. Yeah.
It's so
Honestly.
The poses are.
I mean, I wrap that into the gay
Poses
shit.
are
Honestly,
sometimes
like
unnecessary because it's just
Well,
funny.
they're absolutely unnecessary.
Because it's just like they're talking is just.
That's
Yeah.
why it's good though. Like there's like a moment in
There's
like,
no point to them.
They show up. They show up just like fuck it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
it's again, who's the stand user?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder.
Who's the yeah?
Is the
point out
person
the stand
standing
user in
against
the
the
room.
wall just like this for
Yeah.
some reason? Like I don't know.
It was funny as fuck. Oh.
They're voguing in the corner. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, who could it be?
Yeah, who could it be?
It's like it always reminds me of the like and a lot of anime nowadays will like specifically make fun of it, but it's like can you play find the protagonist, and it's
yeah.
literally faceless bodies and then someone with like bright fucking blue hair with a really detailed like face, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I wonder who the fuck the person I'm supposed to
Yeah.
be looking at.
Oh,
This
it's even
anime
better with the
is.
JoJo's. It's like the soundtrack goes over them as well. Like when the camera pans over them, you hear the JoJo's music,
Gotcha.
and then they'll be in a pose. They'll have the like Gucci on them. There's a little character with like shoe prints on them too. Who wears shoe prints? on
Yeah.
them?
Oh.
like
okay.
The main bad guy,
Sweet.
the bad guy for 4, got that fucking
Oh, yeah,
drip,
he's got
the
drip.
purple,
Yeah.
the purple
Oh my
fucking.
God.
Oh, yeah, Kira has costume
he
changes.
has
Dude, he
such
got
good
He
costume
has
drip.
costume changes.
All
Yeah.
right,
Both
all
in
right.
Wild.
both seasons of that
Yeah.
part.
Dude, it's fucking.
So good.
He's got a good ass drip.
And then I mean, I love the Italian season. I mean, part 5,
Dog,
Yeah.
the
If we're
the fucking.
Wind is amazing.
Golden
Yes,
Wind.
yeah, Golden Wind.
Before we jump to 5, I haven't heard much about 4, and I haven't heard much from Davey. Davey, tell me about
Okay,
part
okay.
4.
There we go.
Part 4 is Joseph's illegitimate son.
Okay.
We have
Yeah.
Josuke,
Oh, yeah,
Josuke
he's fucking
who.
around. He's fucking around with his wife, yeah,
A
he's
cool,
fucking-
a cool like detail though from the show is that in the theme songs, all of the people who are like legitimate children have like a 3D theme song. Like the animation is 3D.
Yeah, yeah.
The ones that don't are 2D.
Oh.
Yeah,
Interesting.
okay.
Like
never
if, you,
noticed
if you
that.
go back and watch it, all of like
That's so dope.
Jonathan, Joseph, Jotaro, and Jolene all have legit like 3D esque looking intros,
I gotcha.
and Josuke and Giorno only have 2D ones.
That's amazing.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I didn't even know.
Because
Yeah,
they're-
it does look like a
there's-
video game too.
They're not legitimate Joe
They're not
stars.
legitimate children because
Yeah,
like I
That's
mean
hilarious.
we'll get into part 5 and like there's like a technicality as to why
Yeah.
Giorno is a JoJo, but
Sure.
Are
yeah,
you talking about like the intros?
yeah, the intros.
Okay, yeah, dude, fucking season 3's intro is nuts.
Oh yeah. Also,
Oh my
all the
God.
intros go hard.
Yeah,
of them.
all of them
There's
go
not
hard.
a bad JoJo's
Okay.
intro,
That's
Yes.
very true.
and they
all the
change.
songs are so weird.
Yeah,
The
Song
outros,
choices are so
though-
strange.
Dude.
The outros are fucking weird.
Yeah, the outros go a little
Like
bit
the
weird.
outro for part,
walk like
for
an
the
Egyptian.
walk like an Egyptian. And then they have
Just 'cause they were
part four
Eni
has, like,
jokes.
that fucking,
Yeah.
Honestly, you know what?
Shit.
You know what
That
outro
old
goes
song.
absolutely
Yeah.
hard? That just made me think of this. Not JoJo's related, but we'll swing back just a second. I just have to say, fucking Jujutsu Kaisen's outro.
Yes.
It's the best
Always.
outro of all time.
It goes so hard.
Always. It will always
It's
be one of
so
the best
good.
ones.
Which one's
somebody
like?
somebody took that outro and edited the JoJo's characters into it.
Of course they
and
did.
it's so fantastic.
It's the one you're thinking of because there are technically
Oh,
two,
okay.
but
Yeah.
it's the first one.
Oh,
I mean,
gotcha.
the second
Oh,
one
yeah,
is
yeah.
cool. It's just very slow. It's like
yeah.
the one where it's like taking my
It's like the
phone
opposite
camera.
of-
Yeah.
Which is nice. It's
Yeah.
really good. It's
It's
just
like cute.
yeah. That first one though is hype as
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
It's so
It goes
good.
hard.
Okay,
It
so
goes so
swinging back
hard.
to JoJo. All right, you tell me about part 4.
It's been a while since I've seen it, so like,
I get it.
but yeah, no, it's just like it's like
All
I
right,
said,
so
it was.
it's the first illegitimate child, right? It's 4.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
First is for a legitimate child, and then that's Joseph is ancient for some. Is still is ancient. That's when
He's,
he's like
he's still
ancient.
around for some
He's like
fucking reason.
90 and like just nonverbal.
And is he's an illegitimate child of who?
Joseph?
Joseph, yeah.
The
So
90-year-old?
Joseph,
Yes.
Joseph had this kid when he was like 60.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
fucking.
Like it's wild.
Yeah, he fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still
Being 90 and you have a kid in high school.
an illegitimate kid too.
Dude,
yeah, like
He just absolutely fucking.
he
Yeah.
did. I mean, dog. When he was 60, he's good looking. Dog.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
like
Smash.
yeah.
It's just
Part three Joseph's.
absolutely.
Okay.
One of the best things
Oh
about
my
Thor As
God.
well, is that Jotaro is in it. Like he's a major
Yeah.
part of the plot.
Oh,
and then he
okay.
gets taken out, and it's in a good, like in a fun way where it's not some bullshit where they're like, oh, I shot you with this gun and now you don't have to stand anymore. Ha ha ha. He it's like a legitimate way to cut him out without like.
Oh, you
taking
mean they
away
didn't
his
My Hero
ability.
it? Is that what you're saying? They
Exactly.
didn't My. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's a really fun, like interesting way to take him out without like killing him off,
Mhm.
and
Okay.
then, and let Josuke take over as like the main character and fucking explore.
Gotcha.
I think it's really funny that he really wants to be a marine biologist.
It's
I think
fucking
that's so
great.
fucking
Yeah.
funny.
That's great.
That's his dream.
It's his
Okay.
dream.
Love
Is to
that.
be a marine
There's
biologist.
also just like crazy, like part 4 really is where this shit just pops the fuck off. Like there's fucking like rats that have this crazy ass.
Oh yeah,
stand
animals
as
have
well.
stands.
Yeah, animals have.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
Oh, we
Well,
totally
Well, they had it in
forgot.
3 too.
Yeah,
in
Iggy,
3.
Yeah, Iggy. Pop.
Iggy and the bird. There's a crazy hawk that flies around
The
outside
hawk
of Dio's
is
house.
nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Iggy has like the stand. The hawk sees Iggy. And they have this crazy fight in the sewer. It's wild.
Yeah.
So a dog and a hawk. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just going.
He's a Boston
just
Terrier.
going hard.
Oh,
There's
A
there's
really
also a
ugly
turtle.
Boston
The
Terrier.
turtle
I
later
literally
on.
drew that
There's a
dog.
turtle to stand.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
turtle has a stand. Yep.
Okay.
What is Iggy's stand? I cannot remember.
The Fool?
Oh, he does have the Fool.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
right.
So we've mentioned stands a lot. Is there like canonly what gives someone a stand?
I'm so glad you asked that question.
Who wants to pick
Like-
the first reason?
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
well,
why do
all right,
people
so
have
here's-
stands? What is that?
Here's how Dio got his stand.
Well, it's because he's a fucking vampire.
No,
when
no,
he
no.
took
No, no.
JoJo's body,
no, no,
right?
nope. No,
Okay.
no,
It's
yeah,
related
this
to him
is
having Joseph's body.
it is related to him having Joseph's body,
Okay.
but there is an older woman. I forgot her name. She came with a fucking like this really crazy ass looking arrow.
Her name is
Yes.
Enya.
Enya.
Of
That's
course
right.
It was Enya.
So Enya, yeah,
Damn it.
because this arrow's going in you. Fucking so this. That's right. That's right.
Damn it.
That's probably why he
So,
wrote it too.
That's probably how he wrote it. You fuck. He's a asshole, dude. It's so funny. So
You probably made it up.
if you get shot with this arrow and you survive, you are granted the power of a stand.
Okay.
If
Yeah.
you don't survive, you lose your soul and your life.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have one of these arrows?
There-
Okay, yeah. All right, all
We're
right.
getting there.
We're
Okay,
getting
sorry,
there.
I'm jumping ahead. So
Yeah.
Continue.
So
that get
Dio
introduced in part
figures
4?
it out. Like she finds Dio. She shoots him with a fucking arrow. He survives.
Why does she find Dio and shoot him?
I forgot the ring.
Is there a reason, or is it just because
I don't
Dio's
remember
the
either.
villain?
Do you remember that, Alex?
I honestly don't. Do you remember why she even shoots him?
Why does she go after Dio and shoot him with the
Yeah.
arrow?
Like,
Is she trying to kill him?
No.
No.
Trying to give him a stand.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was. I feel like it was so briefly like.
But she also
touched
just won
on-
that
It
sweet,
does-
sweet
it
Dio
does get
dick.
it-
Jonathan's body. Like, I remember
Yeah,
that's,
Jonathan's body is
Yeah.
That's why he gets this. Like, Jonathan's body is integral to him getting a
So
stand.
does he survive because it's Jonathan's body?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
so
yes.
he gets shot with the arrow for whatever reason. She gives it to him.
I think she wants him to be like.
Does she just want that Dio dick? Is that what it is?
I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot.
Everybody wants the Dio
I
dick. That's
could
the
safely
problem.
say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ron did say.
Okay.
Yeah, Ron at the
Like
beginning said
everybody.
it.
Like you don't
he-
understand. Like they go through like fucking 48 episodes
Yeah.
of part 3.
Yeah.
And literally everybody tries to stop them just because they want to fuck you.
Yeah.
They all hail
For sure.
Okay.
Like the last guy, like right before they get there, I'm pretty sure did fuck Dio at least once, and that's why he is so zealous in
Yeah.
stopping
Oh,
them.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
absolute zealot.
He
Okay.
lives and breathes
All right.
Dio, dude.
So some old ass bitch with a magic arrow shoots Dio, and he survives, so he gets the stand.
yeah.
So that's his stand.
Yeah.
Does stands
The world.
breed? Like, how does that? What happened?
So when Dio got a stand, Joseph explains that everyone in the Joestar bloodline also got a stand.
So the whole family got
because they're
cursed.
cursed.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the reason they have to go and kill Dio in the first place is because Jotaro's mom gets a stand who's killing her. She gets a stand that's actually killing her.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Joseph has one, and it's like purple vines.
Purple
Hers are
hermit,
green
right?
vines.
Yeah.
Hers are green
I'm
vines,
at the
but they're
purple.
poison. So
Okay.
because she has the stand, it's just
So it's not just like, and is his mom a direct line of Joestar? Or is she like married into the family? I just wondered, is
Married
it
into the-
extended family
married-
that also gets cursed, or
It's anyone that has the bloodline because she's Joseph's daughter.
okay?
That's
so
right.
she's a
Oh,
direct, so
yeah.
direct line.
bloodline,
Okay.
and
Oh, yeah.
And Jotaro's her son, so he gets Star Platinum.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember did he just start shooting everybody with arrows, and that's why the rest of them get stands?
That's 4.
That's 4.
That's 4.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
did fucking part 3 dorks get their stands then? I don't remember.
I think he kind of.
Yeah,
I think it was
he-
just a chosen thing.
Yeah.
I
I think.
If
thought
I
in the
remember
beginning,
No, I
it
thought
was-
they survived
I thought in the beginning
Like
it
it was-
spread.
because
Like
they were.
It spread out because
Yeah.
it was based because he went to Egypt, and basically the closer you got to Egypt, the more stands.
Oh,
you
that's
got.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of started to become a thing. So they went towards the center because
So it was
Purple
like an
Hermit
STD
could
or
see.
something.
It was
It was
weird.
Probably now
Yeah.
that you put it that way.
Yeah.
So like,
Because-
so Dio's just fucking and stands are coming out.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, like it's weird because Joseph's could see not the future, but he could like
If
interact
Joseph,
with cameras.
Yeah.
which
like
Joseph's
spiritual
stand
photography
ability
in a way.
is like besides the fact that he shoots purple vines out of him and can swing like Spider-Man. If he punches a camera, it can like show him a picture of something he wants to see.
He
He
does
literally
have
like
to
has to
punch.
destroy the camera,
Yeah. And
and
then
the picture of Dio just comes out.
Yeah. And it
What
will
a
tell him
weird-ass
where
ability.
it will
So
tell you
fucking
where
funny.
where
Just
he is.
saying it out loud. You have to punch a camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's straight up.
Break it, and then a Polaroid just pops.
I mean,
out.
what
Yeah.
is the quality of the picture relevant to the quality of the camera? Because
It's like a
that would be
Polaroid.
hilarious.
Yeah,
Like,
it's usually
Polaroid.
Polaroid.
Like
Yeah.
if he
Polaroid.
punches a disposable camera, it's like a really shitty like one of those like 8x5.
It was a picture
Yeah.
of his shoulder.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it
yeah.
wasn't that
The
great.
only reason why they
Yeah.
know it's Dio is
Just,
because he's got the star. All the Joestars have like a star.
They have a star-shaped birthmark on their
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
That's why he knows it's. That's why he knows it's Dio. And why it's Jonathan's body.
Yeah.
Okay.
And all that.
All right,
that
so-
shit happens.
Stands are just sort of an STD from Dio for a while.
I don't know.
And then they get
This
a
is
bunch of
fucking
arrows.
Not a bunch of
It's
arrows.
just the one arrow, actually.
It
one
just
guy
keeps shooting.
people with the same arrow.
He's
That's
so
what
Who's this
Annoying.
fuckhead?
He's just a disciple of Dio, I think, or something
Yeah.
like that. He's like a super
And,
fanboy.
and Dio was just like,
He's
"Hey,
like
go
a
around
mega
shooting some
fan.
fuckers."
Yeah.
Dio's dead by this point.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know what his
This
deal
is
is, but he is just running around shooting people. with an
Yeah,
arrow.
he's like he's just goes crazy, goes ham in this little town, and
Yep.
just starts shooting people with arrows.
And then everyone in their families becomes cursed with stands, or is it
No,
only?
the person who gets
It's
shot.
just the person who
Okay,
shot.
so why is the Joestar family the one where it spreads through lineage?
Ty, you're asking too many fucking questions, and you need to just love the hype.
This
alright?
is the fucking episode.
That's a different
I don't-
part. Yeah, that's
Because
a
I'm
different
just
part.
curious because you're saying they're cursed. Are they cursed just with stands? Is that the curse?
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
then why isn't everyone else's family who gets shot with the arrow and gets a stand also have a family curse?
Because they're not
because
Joestars.
this is the
'Cause-
second way to make stands.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Not mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're cursed and the arrow is
They're cursed.
is
So like when they
different.
kill Dio, stands don't go away.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like because like the whole part of part 3 is kill Dio, save mom.
Yes.
Right, yeah. Okay.
They do that. Done. They don't really explain why.
That sounds
at
about
that
right.
point.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then when part 4 happens, they're like, "Oh, this fucking asshole's running around shooting people with a goddamn arrow from his upstairs window."
So that's
Yeah.
spreading from
Yeah.
his upstairs.
I'm not
window.
kidding. They go to his
Yeah.
house. They go to his house to see what's
Okay.
up, and
Yeah,
he
'cause
gets
they're-
shot in the neck.
Because their dad's
Yeah.
all fucked. That's why they're doing it. That's right.
Oh.
So yeah, so
That's right.
they're brothers, right? There's 2 brothers. One of them has what the fuck is his stance name? The little soldiers. God damn it, it's
Let's just call it small soldier.
small
soldiers.
He has like little toy soldiers.
Toy soldiers.
Okay.
That are his stand, like little army
I
men.
gotta remember that.
Gotcha.
now.
His
Yeah.
brother has Zahando. He just his stand just takes his big meaty
Okuyasu.
fucking claws.
It's Okuyasu.
That's his name. And he
Okay,
just
Yasu fucking
swipes-
rules.
He just like swipes in front of it and just erases all the space in front of him. Just like wipes it.
Like-
he can make
Okay.
someone. He can draw someone.
If
super
I go like
close to
this,
him.
you'll get close to me.
Yeah. He just
Oh.
fucking
Everything
just
between us
rips
is
space
gone.
It's
out.
just okay.
He,
He
becomes-
distorts.
But he's an
space.
idiot.
He's also a
He's
Jotaro.
Yes.
He's fucking fantastic.
There's
Yeah, it's
always
great.
like a number one Joe Bro. There's a lot of
Yeah.
Sure.
Joe Bros, but there's always a number
There's always
one.
the number one. Yeah.
And he is the number one this
the
season.
ride or die. Okay.
Yeah, he is like the Kuwabara.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
like-
I gotcha.
He's the number one.
He's the
Like,
number
yeah,
one.
the
Number
best.
one. Okay.
Other than
Dude.
Speedwagon.
All right.
That's fair.
But so
Speedwagon's
he's
pretty
so
great.
But he has some gray areas
So
So the
as
number
far as
one-
the Nazis go.
so the
and
number-
everything.
Yeah.
as far as the Nazis go. So the number one.
They're all
Number
Nazis,
one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
that's-
number one is
Stolheimer.
brothers with the guy who's shooting everybody with an arrow.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's
Okay.
he's
He
bad at
gets killed.
first,
Okay.
but then they kill his brother, and he's like, you know what, my brother was kind of an asshole.
And
You
there's-
know what? I
there's-
thought
there's
about it.
like-
My brother was
Oh.
shooting
He's
people
like,
with
Their
arrows,
dad-
baby.
The reason
Yeah.
why he's shooting people with arrows is his dad's fucking curse. He's like this gross, like monstrosity, and
Yeah.
they're like trying to fucking.
They're trying to
cure him.
find a stand that'll cure
Yeah.
him. Okay.
Yeah,
Something
and
like that.
That at least
I
makes
can't remember if
sense.
they're trying to find a stand to cure him, or if someone like promises that they will cure him if he keeps shooting.
If he keeps shooting
people.
people,
Yeah.
that
He's
makes
just-
sense.
right.
He's just firing this arrow.
He's
off,
going
like,
ham.
And like, does he
fucking
just
shooting
go
everybody.
get it, or does the arrow come back?
I guess he just goes and
He
gets
just goes
it.
and gets
Yeah.
it.
He gets it back.
Goes back
All right.
upstairs to his room and just finds someone else
So
to
the-
shoot.
And then there's also
Okay,
Chili Pepper
I get
eventually.
That. I get that
Yeah,
spread
that's
of
wild.
stands.
Yeah.
But just to make sure I'm clear,
Just the thought of like someone getting shot with an arrow, like, oh fuck, and just like it falls down.
Yeah.
in front.
Just get
It just
cursed with
runs
a
out
fucking
and grabs the
Guy
arrow.
runs out,
big
grabs
ghost
it.
monster
So just to
behind
make
you.
sure I have the clear, like that's how some stands spread. He's shooting a bunch of bitches with an arrow. Then the Joestar line, Dio in Jonathan's body gets shot with an arrow, gives him a stand. That gives the rest of the Joestars a stand.
Yes and no.
Well,
Yes,
yeah.
yes
right.
and no.
Up to a point. Until Dio's
And-
dead, it does it.
Yes.
Until Dio's dead, it does.
Mhm.
And then the reason is because that is what curses them, or is there another curse that causes it to spread through them?
So the reason it spreads through them is because Dio having Jonathan's body is an
Yeah.
abomination.
Okay, it's an abomination against God and or whatever.
No, it's an abomination against Iraqi.
Who the fuck is Iraqi?
The guy who writes the John!
So God.
Okay, fine.
I didn't
Your
specify.
words.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
God
That's
of the JoJo's universe.
Yeah.
God of the JoJo's unit.
Rohan Kishibe.
Literally.
Dude, Rohan's so dope. He gets his own side quest.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, that's like his. That
That's
is
funny.
hands down.
Yeah,
Iraqi's
there's a
favorite
couple things
character.
we should have also prefaced earlier that a lot of the Joe Bros used to be villains. By
Well,
the way.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's standard.
Yeah,
anime.
it's a standard
Yeah.
anime thing, which because we just talked about Okuyasu being one.
Yeah.
Every single one of them used to be. Speedwagon tried to kill
Yeah,
him
yeah.
right away with a bowler
He had
hat.
a bowler hat that broke
Like-
off.
He
There
does have
were
a
blades
bowler
around the
hat.
brim. And he
007
throws it out.
style.
So like Lo Quang.
Yes.
What is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kung Lao.
Kung
Kung
Lao.
Lao.
Yes,
Yeah.
Kung Lao.
But not as cool.
Not as
Definitely
cool.
Not as cool.
Literally.
But it's kind of a fucking dork. at
In the
first.
alleys of fucking London.
Okay.
He was Jack the Ripper.
He's
Yeah.
essentially like, I work for you now.
Literally.
That Speedwagon happens. Speedwagon's so fucking dedicated to Jonathan. Like, he knows this guy for like a couple of days before Jonathan fucking bites the dust. Speedwagon makes this whole fucking foundation. He gets rich in America. Makes
Yep.
this whole fucking foundation that's like exploring shit and trying to figure out the world. Like, the Speedwagon Foundation is who inadvertently uncovers the Pillarmen as well. Like, they're,
Yeah.
Okay.
they're kind of fucking around with Nazis as well. Like, there's a whole
So
lot
you
of
said
shit going on.
you specified that like after Dio's dead, there's something else that causes the Joestars to have stands,
Yeah,
right?
it's the arrow. So like
So they keep getting shot.
No. They kind of break it down even more. Like even if you touch it in a way that cuts you, because the
Yeah.
arrow, it's
It
like
just needs to pierce you.
yeah, not
Okay.
even pierce, because the
Just
arrow
blood.
head
Well,
is
it,
like huge.
well, it breaks
Like,
skin.
yeah,
yeah,
it just
Yeah.
needs to break
yeah.
skin.
It just needs to break
And
skin.
guess what? You're getting a stand or you're dying.
Yeah.
And like in part 6, Jolene's in prison and Jotaro, her father, goes to see her and he's like, "Here, take
Yeah,
this."
he's
And
still
she's like,
alive.
"What is it?" And she opens it and immediately fucking cuts herself on it. And she's like, "Ah, fuck!" And she throws it in the sewer.
Yep.
And somebody else picks it up and then they cut themselves on it and get a fucking stand. And that's just the arrow becomes like the.
Why did
primary
Jotaro
transfer.
give his daughter in prison the arrow?
Because
For
she's
a
in
stand.
prison and she needs a stand so she doesn't get the shit kicked out of
Her
her.
stand is fucking dope.
Yeah,
Honestly-
she's in like fucking Rikers.
Oh,
okay.
Oh yeah, it's wild.
and Also,
Worse
she's
than
just in
Rikers,
Florida.
She's in Florida.
Oh,
Yeah.
She's in Florida.
That's legit. She's
Yeah.
just in Florida.
That is
that's,
true.
That's
I forgot.
why.
She is in
just
Florida
in
prison. That you
Florida.
need to stand
Yeah.
to survive that.
There's
That's
a-
so funny.
There's like a TikTok I saw like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And it's this guy, and he's talking about, he's like, oh man, Iraqi Part 5 was so weird, was so bizarre. How are you going to outdo yourself? And he goes, we're going to put it in Florida. Fuck!
We're gonna put it in Florida.
What the fuck is his name? Weather
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 report.
report.
Weather Report.
Weather
thank you.
Report.
Weather Report is.
I know.
Part 6 has like one of the best. Like Part 6 might honestly actually be my like Part 4 is probably my absolute favorite. But like Part 6, I feel like is like the best.
I haven't actually watched or
I
finished it.
love Part 6.
Stone Ocean.
If you
was
want
good. We did skip
the,
over
like,
5, but
That's
The
always
really
theme
good,
of what
yeah.
Part 6 is, like
We're going
the,
back.
the genre,
We're back.
it's a fucking body horror.
Yeah.
Body
Oh, yeah.
horror.
It's a body
Oh
horror.
my God.
Oh, okay.
There's so many points in that thing. I was like,
Yeah, it's a lot.
Okay.
it's
like
disgusting.
plants growing out of
Yeah.
people.
Interesting.
And just like
Well, her stand in general is just
Yeah.
threads.
Yeah.
Threads.
It's like she just shoots threads
Her
out
body,
of her body.
her body turns into
Yeah, she,
thread.
like,
Yeah.
She just
Wow.
unravels
Shit.
herself.
It's
Okay.
fucking
Wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
It's pretty wild.
just
Like,
as long as her
part
body
6
can
is
stretch,
insane.
essentially.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thread just keeps going. So yeah, it's gross. Everyone does gross things in the
Yeah.
whole prison.
I mean,
It's
Wait,
disgusting.
does that mean a lot of people in the prison end up getting stands because
Yes.
of the stupid
Yes.
sewer arrow?
Yup.
Oh yeah.
Because of course they
Sewer
do.
arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gucci is like.
Oh yeah,
You'd think
Poochie
that would-
Poochie Coochie comes back.
You
That's
think
where
that
he
would
comes
make
from.
someone septic.
Yeah.
Also, who the fuck is Poochie Coochie? You mentioned
Okay.
it, and I don't know who
Sorry.
that is.
Like,
Poochie was one of Dio's little. That's why we
Yeah.
Coochie, because he wanted to be with Dio.
he
Oh, he
loves
definitely-
Loves.
He's like
Okay.
The
what's that
gayest
dude from-
flashbacks.
who's that dude from?
with,
Okay,
with,
but
with
now
Gucci and Dio?
but now
He's,
Dio's
like,
dead.
Fucking obsessed with Dio.
Okay.
It's like Gaston and that little dude from like Beauty and the Beast.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That
okay.
kinda
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
That-
yeah.
that
If
kinda
Gotcha.
shit.
if LeFou,
LeFou? Yeah, it's like LeFou.
if he like became a priest and obtained a shit ton of power, and Gaston died, that's Poochie.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Gucci's whole goal is to just bring Dio back.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Any means necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he doesn't care
Any
what he
means
has to
necessary.
do.
Okay.
He fucks over a lot of people, in
Even
some
his own
really
family.
fucked up ways to get to that goal. Like,
Mhm.
and he makes the weird fucking Dio baby. Like, it's fucking gross.
He does
It's
have a weird
That's
Dio
part of the
baby.
body horror. Like, it's
Hmm.
fucking.
There's a
part,
lot.
Part 6 is great.
Yeah.
Well, his power's also cool too. He literally just
All
pulls
of them.
CDs out of your
And so, like,
head.
at this point,
Whoa.
Dio's still dead, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
like
still thinking about though.
Dio doesn't
Oh, yeah.
exist.
He's still
in
thinking
part
about it.
Yeah,
four
he thinks-
or
The
five.
statue of him just fucking just standing in front of it.
Giorno is like the reason we come to Giorno is because they realize Dio has a ton of bastard children,
Yeah.
but Giorno is showing signs of like really having Dio's DNA in like a really scary way, and they're like, oh man, this might, because he used to have black hair,
Yeah.
but his hair like turned blonde, it started to stand on its own, it started to style
Yeah.
itself, and then they're like, this might be a
And so
problem.
Giorno is the one, like, so he sired a bunch of children after he had Joestar's body.
Yes,
Okay, but
I'd say at least 5.
Giorno is the one who's like showing signs of a lot of like power.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, he's got a
Yeah.
fucking
Oh, yeah.
crazy stand. Holy fuck.
Yeah, his
Let's just
stand
say we're
is
glad that
bonkers.
Giorno is a good guy.
Yeah.
His
right
stand
away.
is nuts.
That
Okay.
that one
Is-
is all. It's the high fashion season. Like even to
Yeah.
the highest degree is like truly the high fashion season. I think because it's Italy as well.
Right.
Well,
yeah.
as Italy as he can make
As
it.
Italy as he can
because
make it.
Yeah.
He's
his
just
fir-
like, this is Italian, right? Okay, put it in.
yeah.
It's also got a great fucking villain, but
Oh,
like,
dude.
one of the most iconic defeats of a villain in the series. Like,
Yeah.
the way this motherfucker gets beat is wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah. I mean, he has the main bad guy has multiple personality.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
two different.
Two different people.
Yeah.
Like he literally like his main
Okay.
like he's kind of like a little twink. Sorry.
Insane.
And he's like
Oh, he's tweaking out too. Yeah,
he's
it's
actually like,
good.
And he's like fucked up. He picks up shit like this and he's like motion. Like he thinks
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he'll like make the sound of a phone ringing
Yeah.
himself
Yeah, like,
and look for something kind of
like,
phone shaped
Yeah.
and answer it
He picks up
and
a
talk
frog-
to
he picks-
himself.
Okay.
Yeah, he picks up a frog and he's like, "What? Motion?" Fucking like, "Oh yeah,
It's so
have a nice
good.
day." Yeah, shit like that. And he's like, "It's weird."
And he's talking
talking
to
into a frog.
Yeah.
Like yeah,
yeah,
Okay.
and he's just talking to the other personality.
yeah, he's
That
just talking
is-
into.
Oh, so he actually communicates with the other
Yeah.
personality.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
interesting.
It's wild.
Interesting.
It-
Okay.
he's
his other side's a bad motherfucker too,
King
dude.
Crimson is a wild stand.
Oh, it's nuts. Like when he like changes, it's like, you ever seen Split?
Oh,
when
yeah.
he like maxes out and he just gets
Yeah,
big,
he just like
he does that.
He becomes
Yeah.
beast.
He does that. Like when he's
Yeah,
in
he
his
becomes
normal
beast.
like everyday like he's like a little twink in a crop top.
Yeah.
But then when he like
Fishnets.
when it's go time, he like doubles in size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's
Okay.
wild.
He's Katakuri.
great.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, another
like-
badass woman in that one. Just saying. I love.
Trish?
Yeah, Trish.
Trish.
Trish is dope.
Yeah.
I wish she came sooner, but you
She
know,
has
it's cool.
another one of those localization stands.
Yeah.
Spicy lady.
Yep.
Yeah.
Instead of Spice Girls, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Instead
Spice
of
Girls,
Spice
yeah.
Girls,
Spice
it's
Girls,
Spicy
yeah.
Lady.
Spicy
Spicy
Good.
ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all so fucking funny. Like,
So good.
some of them are forgivable. Like Killer Queen is just like Deadly Queen. So
That-
it's not that
That
It's
just
not
feels
too
it
funny.
weird.
feels wrong, but at least
Oh,
like
yeah.
it keeps the same like the general vibe of the stand.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
Some of them are stupid. Like they don't make any fucking sense.
well, it's like in part 5 when they're on the plane,
oh yes.
and it's like
Oh, God.
the stand's name is written on the plane, and it's like Notorious Chase, and it's like that's not what that says.
It says
But it says Notorious B.I.G. on it, but it does not say Notorious Chase. It's
Yeah.
so fucking funny.
It's amazing.
Yeah. They have to copyright over the literal writing that's
Yeah, yeah,
happening.
yeah.
That's so
Like,
funny. I
That's
didn't even
so
know that.
funny.
That's so.
Oh my
it's
God.
amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Without getting too much spoiler, like Stone Ocean though, like the way that I think his writing in general is incredible, and the way that he's able to just continue the series but continue to make it different. Just how he ended Stone Ocean, he's able to just keep going because
Yeah.
obviously there's Steel Ball Run after this.
Yeah.
And
like-
one of them, so like, isn't one of them go sort of like they keep going forward in time, but one of them sort of goes back? Is that Giorno?
So part 6.
careful.
And I'm not gonna spoil.
yeah,
how
that's
it
why I'm
happens.
trying not
Sure.
to.
No,
Yeah.
dude, this changed me as a person. Like this is why I don't want to talk about it too
Okay,
much.
that's fine.
Part 6, soft reset. The Jojo. That's
Yeah.
all you need to know.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah.
Okay, but
Yeah.
but has a canonical reason.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's
That's all I
fucking
care
amazing.
about.
It's absolutely amazing how it happens.
It is incredible.
Okay.
And then
It
part
fucks me
7
up.
starts back over
Yeah.
in the 1800s, but instead of it going back to like vampires didn't come on, it still stands, but it's like so now you have Johnny Joestar, who's like the new Jonathan Joestar, way better than Jonathan by the way, and absolutely nothing like him. Johnny Joestar's fucking nuts. His
Okay.
stand is fucking sick. You have Diego, who's
Diego Brando.
Diego
Brando.
Diego
He's got a
Brando.
wild ass journey in Steel Ball Run. You've
Okay.
got fucking Speedwagon, the Speedwagon replacement. I can't remember what his name is. He's fucking cool as shit too.
Okay.
Uh,
Because like I'm perfectly fine with like when they do resets and stuff like
Yeah.
that. If they do it in a good way.
He did.
If they have
What
a
he did.
reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire Force.
Especially.
Yeah.
don't-
Relax.
don't-
Relax.
Hold
Fuck
hold
that
on.
shit.
Hold on. It's a whole nother episode. It's a whole nother
God
episode.
damn.
Yeah,
I
don't
was
wanna
going
get
to
started.
give a good example. One Punch Man
yes.
has a good thing. Like I don't know if you guys are caught up.
No, not yet.
Oh, dude.
Do you care?
I don't care.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Oh,
Okay.
bro.
I'll still
So-
watch it regardless.
So heads up, because
Yeah.
you're watching JoJo. You expected JoJo spoilers. This is going to be a quick little One Punch Man spoiler. So there have been in the past chapters of One Punch Man where it is a full thing happens.
Mhm.
The very next chapter is the same chapter again until about the middle, and it does something completely different. And it's never been explained. We just thought he was rewriting shit until very recently. It happened again on a very major pivotal point and changed it from a sit-down conversation to a knockdown universal fight that broke Jupiter and one of its moons. And it finally told us why. And it is an entity that they call God changing the rules and rewriting time and history to do what he wants it to be.
That's
So
sick.
shit has been
Okay.
happening this whole time, and you look back and there's been hints of it happening,
Mhm.
and the rewrites of the chapters are literally God rewriting things the way he wants
Yeah.
it.
That's
It's crazy as
so
fuck because
cool.
literally, it's literally like one of the main bad guys in Saitama just like fucking. Saitama was like, "Have a talk."
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
sit down, let's just
Yeah.
talk.
Talk-
And they're
let's talk
literally
this-
sitting at a
let's talk this
table,
out.
and the next chapter, it goes back to a bunch of people dying just recently, and then suddenly they're fighting in space.
Yeah. Even
they
though he
don't-
was just talking.
He was
Dude,
just talking to him, yeah.
The fight,
so- I
that
love
fight
that.
is fucking crazy. Like,
I love that.
Oof.
Yeah.
So it's just like I love canonically good
Fuck yeah.
reasons to do
Yeah.
things like that because they can be done well.
Yeah.
Some things don't.
It's like
We shall not
Yeah.
name them.
There's plenty of animes
Yeah.
that have done it
Yeah.
not well.
dude.
I mean, yeah, like
But trust, Stone Ocean did it well.
Okay.
And they did it in a way that was like,
And that's season 6, right?
Yeah.
Part 6? Okay.
and it actually, I was really sad at first because like the way that it starts going that direction you're just like, oh, I
Yeah.
loved everything. I loved
It
this
was
season.
insane.
Yeah.
It was so good. And
I'm
then you're like, we're losing this?
the way he explains it,
sucks.
when it was over, like I got up and like laid down and I was like, what if he's right?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
What if he is
Yeah.
right?
that's good.
Yeah.
When they make you feel things like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
it's really good.
But it all like he just wraps it up and it's like we're back at the beginning. It's
Okay.
all back.
Damn.
All right.
Yeah.
All starting again.
And Steel Ball Run is.
Yeah.
I mean, it hasn't been animated yet. Like, please give us Steel Ball Run.
I'm sure it's coming.
I
Yeah,
beg
because
of
he
you.
watches
I
this.
beg of
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
Clearly,
naturally,
clearly he's watching
Yep.
our podcast.
Rocky
Or he's lasted
hears
this
me.
long.
A Rocky and
Yeah, right.
and-
He definitely didn't like
He's
see
like-
something about his
he
his
just-
property and was like, nope.
He just he constantly Googles JoJo and just pulls shit up that like in our episodes when the whole thing's like. I'm gonna give him Steel Ball Run.
He's gonna see the thumbnail and then it's gonna be like that one looks like a Stan user. So
Yeah.
he's gonna be.
Jordan,
I'm rewriting JoJo Lands.
Be a duck.
Yeah.
I'm redesigning every character in JoJo Lands.
Dude, I swear to God, if they have a character, it's this, and it looks like this, bro, I'm gonna cry. I'll fucking.
Yeah,
I will
watch.
cry.
We find someone in the crowd that actually looks like you somehow.
Yeah.
And we'll just be like,
There he
There
is.
he is,
There he
dude.
is.
There he is.
There he is.
He was
Right there.
watching.
I don't know what JoJo Lands is about, but I'm ready for it. I don't know what the fuck it's gonna be about, dude.
That's like the best thing about JoJo's too is like it just fucking keeps escalating. Like part 8 is fucking part 8 has a lot of shit. Like just to tell you without any context or spoilers, like part 8's fucking the JoJo part 8 has 2 dicks and 4 balls. And yes, it is explained, and yes, it makes sense. But you find like the motherfucker just has double genitals going
Okay.
on.
All right.
Dope. Okay.
Johnny Two Dick. All right.
Johnny Two Dicks.
It's not
Hey.
Johnny anymore.
Oh.
Johnny's part 7.
Oh.
Part 8.
Oh,
Part 8 is Johnny's descendant.
Yeah,
He's got
that's
2
that's
dicks.
Steel Balls run.
That's still balls.
Yeah.
So, okay, multiple.
The sequel, yeah.
Oh my god.
Y'all ever play the video game?
Which one?
The fucking one where Dio gets fucking godlike powers.
No.
Is that one Eyes Over Heaven?
Oh yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy.
Oh my god!
It's
I
not
just really
canon.
I want
It's
to
not
play the
canon.
battle royale real bad.
So do I. It's only in
Yeah,
Japan.
I
Fuck
know.
yeah.
So
And
bad.
only in
Cocksuckers.
arcades too.
Only in arcades. So fucking weird.
It's so stupid.
It's fucking sick.
I watched so
They
much
gotta get
only
people
in
to arcades at
Japanese
some point.
videos.
Yeah,
Even,
they
even
gotta-
in Japan, people are starting to be homebodies and like locking themselves up and just doing like game systems.
But
Yeah,
dude,
tiny
so
apartment in Japan with a whole DDR system. In the apartment.
so the whole like concept of the
It is the apartment.
Yeah.
the concept of the game is like Dio gets a stronger. He gets like because he mentions it before
Mhm.
in like the manga and in the show. Like he wants something like over heaven.
Yeah.
He wants to be over heaven. Well, he gets that. Well, he can his state is so fucking powerful. He rewrites. He can rewrite you out of history. Yes, you won't exist anymore. He can stop time to longer periods of time now. Like he stops it. Fucking like let's go like fucking does Dio shit. And he, like I think his third power is like
4 dicks.
4 dicks.
Four dicks.
He does something else that's absolutely crazy. No, but yeah, he brings
Six ball.
he brings all the generations together. Like all of them, like Jonathan, Josuke, like all of them. You can play these characters throughout the entire thing. It's like a beat 'em up. It's like I
Okay.
think it's actually 4
Yeah.
player co-op.
That's sick.
wild.
I think it's
Yeah.
actually 4
That's
player
cool.
co-op.
That
would be
I'm
super
not- I'm
sick.
60% sure it's 4 player co-op. But like you can
Okay.
actually go through an entire storyline with all the main characters and fight him, where he's like it's fucking like
That's
the
pretty cool.
last
That is
fight.
really
The last
sick.
fight is in heaven. It's
wild.
the last fight is in heaven.
That
and
kind of
it's
sounds.
fucking
That
hilarious.
reminds me of because it just dropped One Piece Odyssey, where you go to a fucking island and you go through
That's
all the
cool.
past shit.
I want it
I
so
want it so
You go through all,
bad.
yeah, right. You go through all. So you go through the
Yeah.
past battles. You go to this island where a guy has a devil fruit power. He like sends you back in time, and you get to like do the fights that like Luffy couldn't go to, or Luffy
Yeah.
like lost. Like the big
And
one that they
beat their
advertise
ass.
is where he's like going to save Ace, except he saves Ace,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zoro.
and so Ace
yeah.
is just with you through the
Present-
rest of the like fucking story.
Present Zoro and Sanji are at fucking Marineford.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
dumb.
And they just fucking like they're squaring
Just
and they're
fucking
like and they're just
Yeah.
squaring up with squaring up with the fucking admirals, and then
Yeah.
Oh my
Nami's in the
God.
background, like present Nami's in the background, like doing shit with
With
like,
Zeus.
Well,
Zeus.
because current Nami is
She's
Okay.
pretty
insane,
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, she's
especially
way
like
strong. Yeah.
at that time period, she'd be on the level of most of the top fighters, at least at Marineford,
Yeah.
especially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
wild.
because
Zeus is crazy as fuck. I mean,
Zeus
Absolutely.
would allow her to fucking cauterize at least half of the warlords.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, we did it. We turned a JoJo's podcast episode into a One Piece episode. So
It happens every time,
it
yeah.
happens every
But
Proud of us all.
we're coming up on an hour. So unless anyone else had something specific,
I
they
have
wanted
something I
bring
want to
up,
ask. I got something I want to ask. I'll go around the table. You guys can tell me, except for you because you don't really know.
'Kay.
Who's got the best theme?
The best theme.
Theme? Yep. You know. Yep. Hell yeah.
Oh,
Who's got best theme?
fuck.
Go ahead, Davey.
Like in the show?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Giorno.
Giorno.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Deanna.
that's my favorite. I just love everything about it.
dude.
Yeah.
I want to go with part 6 because it's just wild.
I mean, I meant like the person's theme. Like
Oh,
if they
yeah.
show up and the fucking music starts playing.
The
It's
Pillar
almost
Men.
Wonder Woman.
The
Yeah.
Pillar Men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
100%.
Oh, Pillarman?
Direction.
Fucking
100%.
Yeah, I need you to listen to the fucking Pillarman theme.
Okay.
That theme is
Pillar Men is
insane.
The
awesome.
way the Pillarmen just show up with fucking like.
They literally are posed.
Yeah.
Like there's like one moment where like they're posed and one of the pillar men is like standing on his shoulders with like
Yeah.
his feet in the air, like a fucking swimsuit model. It's wild.
It's very
Yeah.
Chippendales.
It is
Yeah.
very
They wear the
Chippendales.
shortest shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wear like nothing. They're
Yeah.
Aztec gods. They
Yeah.
they roll up wearing nothing and kick the shit out of everybody.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
they're pretty dope.
My dick is out. I'm beating your ass. What you can do about it?
Yeah. Nothing.
Nothing. What? He's like, do
You're
something.
gonna,
Do
you're gonna
something.
get fucked.
Yep.
That's what's gonna happen.
All you gotta do is cry when they fucking nuts are sliding across your forehead because they're dunking on you so hard.
Dude. Yeah.
All right.
It's the pillar men.
Pillarman. All right. Pillarman.
Giorno.
Giorno.
Still.
It's the
Pillarman. Damn.
love the
I like Josuke's dog.
I called it out earlier.
I like Josuke's too. They're all
They're
good.
so good.
There's
dude.
a lot of good.
Pillarman is dope. I mean, it's really the
Yeah.
fucking shit. But yeah,
All right.
we hit an hour. Let's go.
Yeah, we hit an hour. So, I will be happy to report to you guys that you have effectively convinced me to watch JoJo.
Like I said, when
I'm absolutely going to skip Phantom Blood and just start at
Yes!
season 2.
Victory!
That's battle. At least battle tendencies.
Yeah.
You can come back to
Yeah.
Phantom Blood
Phantom
just to
Tendencies pretty
understand a
dope.
little
Yeah,
if you
I have
want
a
to.
rough idea of what's happening
you
there.
Have
Yeah.
all the information you need from Phantom Blood.
Yeah.
much.
It's
Yeah.
not like we didn't just tell you the whole
The only-
story.
Yeah.
The only thing you're missing is the fucking what the fuck is the goddamn barbarians attack that's also memed to hell and back. The Thunder Smash. It's not Thunder Smash. What the fuck is it called?
Oh, you got me.
Thunder
You got
Cross
me.
Cross Slash, something like that. Like
Oh, the guy who jumps in the air and
Yeah, he
does
just-
the split.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
what the fuck is it? It's like a huge meme like in the JoJo community. Like on if you're on Reddit, if you're in the JoJo subreddit, like,
Yeah.
half of the fucking links that people post there just go to that meme and it's just like surprise Thunder Cross Slash or some shit. I can't remember what it's fucking called, but it's hilarious.
Okay.
It's a really
amazing.
dumb move.
Okay.
It's
That-
really stupid.
that-
but it's fucking,
Of course it is.
He tries twice
He does
and it
try
fails twice.
Okay.
Ugh.
Lovely. All right. Yeah, I'll just get Phantom Blood, and I'll just go straight to part 2, and I'll go from there. But it seems fun. It's always seemed fun, but I also thought this would be a fun idea for an episode because I'd never actually watched JoJo.
Yeah.
But
Thank y'all for joining us.
yeah,
again.
Davey,
Yeah, that's
pretty
Ryan,
dope.
Alex, thank you much for joining us. We want to have you on more, for sure.
We
should
love
do-
arguing about anime and just arguing in
Absolutely, yeah.
general.
We haven't
so
really
I
argued
feel
a whole lot. Next time I get some really good.
Honestly,
arguments.
we just got to go more spicy.
This
Just,
Oh,
you know.
shit.
here's what your guys' next episode is gonna be because this is gonna crank the spice up in me and you.
Oh,
We're gonna
shit.
Talk about Bleach.
Okay, well then it's just us. Here we go.
We're good.
Oh my God, yeah, that okay. So that'll come in the near future. That'll
Yeah,
be
I can't wait
another.
for
That'll be
that.
another special episode. But thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and if you feel like it, join the conversation down below.
Thanks.
Bye.
Moshi.
Let's play.